Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Backpacking with Buckley. Today I am on a little hike with my sister Erin here, who I am privileged to have the honor of taking her on her first ever backpacking trip. So we're going to keep things short on the intro. We're at Preparation Canyon State Park, one of my favorite local hot spots, and a perfect place for beginners to spend a couple nights out here. So stay tuned for the adventure.
And what's more, well, it's all somebody's fault. Hey! Get over it. Hey! Get over it. Hey! Get over it. Get over
So we've arrived at our campsite number 8 here at Preparation Canyon. Erin is going to be moving from the luxury of her camper to the luxury of the Big Agnes tent. Show you a little peek inside. Looks like a pretty deluxe little setup there. The Big Agnes mattress that Father bought her to get her started in the sport, and Whitney's sleeping bag. And then I am, as always, in the Superior hammock. But pretty beautiful little woodsy campsite here, as you can all see. We're snacking, and we're going to gather firewood because despite the fact that this is supposed to be a springtime trip, it's going to be 28 degrees tonight, so almost a winter night. So wood gathering is next on the list. Is this bad karma or what? We're being circled by vultures. Got a new jet boil rocking. About to try Next Mile Meals, which she looks skeptical about. Thanks again, Texas Hikeaholics, for providing this meal. Chicken broccoli casserole. Hopefully it turns out a little more delicious than Erin's first impressions. So Next Mile Meals, chicken and broccoli casserole. Erin's already taken her first bite. But you know the scale of rating with the Buckleys, don't you? 5 out of 5?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
I will give it a 5. Well, like a 4.75. The chicken's a little dry, but it's not really chicken, so I don't know what it is. Oh, it's really freeze-dried cooked chicken. Yeah.
So a little dry, but it's delicious?
Yeah, it's broccoli and cheese and chicken. It's tasty.
I will try it again. Barb, I do not like broccoli, so it's not the dish itself that won't do it for me. It's just I'm not a broccoli fan. That's why I brought it for Erin. So 4.75. Thank you, Texas Hikeaholics, again for sending that our way. We found another good one. Next Mile Meals must be the way to go. So we're just going to chill by the fire, eat, maybe go on a night hike. We don't have a very good vantage point for this sunset, but we're saving that for tomorrow night. So many of you know that it's tradition to bring in a little fancier food on the first night of backpacking. A lot of our favorite guys bring in ribeye steaks and fancy stuff, but have you folks ever seen a ring bologna? Are you rolling? Okay, so Erin was asking how I shit in the woods. And there's many methods to do so, but I learned this from Ryan on the SHT. Ryan, if you're watching, you taught me a trick that I still use to this day. Let's find a small tree such as this. Obviously, I drop trowel. Take yourself a poop. So night has settled, and I found it notable to do the lack of ambient sound, which is the most silent woods I can recall ever being in. So I'll shut up for a minute while you hear nothing. Okay, I'm recording, don't say anything. So unbeknownst to me, apparently Erin brought some ecstasy along on this trip. Just kidding, people, don't take that seriously, but she is raving.
Keep on moving till the first rays are done. Keeping it on till the day stays strong. Rolling till the nighttime blazes on. All along I keep singing my song. I say this phase is always. Sometimes I get so crazy, but just know that I always stay.
Good morning, everybody. Made it through the night, got down to about 28 like we expected. Erin, how was your first night in the backpacking tent?
It was really cozy.
Cozy? Stayed warm?
Yeah,
Good.
nice and warm.
All right. First timer made it through a 28-degree night. Not too shabby. So we're going to decide our next move while we warm up by the fire, have a little coffee and breakfast, and we'll catch you in a bit. So hey there, everybody. Haven't seen you since this morning, but Erin and I made a change of plans. She made it successfully through her first night of backpacking, but tonight's temps are going to be even lower. So we drove to a little local park doing some car camping, and I decided to take advantage and put the hammock away for the night and try this tarp tent option, which, as you can see, is very poorly put together so far. So hopefully I can show you a better example, even though I am not skilled at this. But I'm going to sleep in this tonight, and Erin is going to sleep in the comfort of the van. And as you can see here, I did bring a luxury item just in case we ended up making this plan. So I'm going to sleep in a tarp with a Mr. Buddy tonight. So not backpacking, but we might show you some highlights of our day.
Give me a word, give me a sign. Show me where to look, tell me what will I find? What will I find? Lay me on the ground and fly me in the sky. Show me where to look, tell me what will I find? What will I
So brief explanation. It's another cold day. We're in South Dakota now at an undisclosed location. Neither one of us were feeling the vibe of another winter camp, and it's going to be like 20 degrees tonight, so we decided to continue the adventure at a local park and do a little more glamping. So probably already shown you some video of my tarp tent that I set up for the night. So I'm going primitive for the fun of it. And Erin's going with the van camp luxury. So basically what it boils down to is we didn't feel like ending the weekend or the 2-day adventure one day early. So here we are improvising on a different adventure. Stream crossing. So it's official. Erin and I are going to start an all processed meat diet, we've decided. We've heard some science on the fact that it is probably the best diet for most people. Cheers. Having some Johnsonville bratwursts and some some soup on the jet boil, Panera bread, broccoli cheese. Shaking like a leaf on a tree trying to hold this camera. But supper time, night 2. Processed meat times 2. Oh, I should throw in that we've been on a steady diet of beef sticks as well. And this soup is probably going to mess us up because we're trying to go straight wieners. So what would a backpacking video be without any gear tips? This is the MSR pan scraper, which I'm not going to demonstrate, but as you can see, it has a little brush on it and several rigid edges to scrape out your pan. I just used it in a little stream over here. It works awesome. The MSR pan scraper.
First thing I remember, I was lying in my bed. Couldn't have been no more than 1 or 2. Now remember there's a radio coming from the room next door. My mother liked the way some ladies do. When it's late in the evening and all the music's creeping through. Next thing I remember, I was walking down the street, feeling alright with my boys and with my true share. Down along the avenue, some guys were shooting pool, and I heard the sound of acapella groups, yeah. Singing late in the evening, and all the girls out on the stoop, yeah.
All right, everybody. It is the end of night 2. I won't disturb Erin too much, but she's already sleeping in her fancy backpacking tent called the Dodge Caravan. I'll let you walk to bed with me. Feel free to make fun of this in the comments. It is the most haphazard, horrible tarp setup I've ever seen. I am just not good at it. But it's going to be fun. Here's home for the night. Just in case we car camped, I proactively planned, so check it out. I've got a cot. And then there's also my Mr. Buddy heater, so I will stay warm. It's going to be 25 tonight. I'm going to leave this whole end of the tarp open even. But shouldn't be a problem because I got enough fuel to have a heater all night long. So we will talk to you in the morning briefly probably, but end of another great trip. Hope Erin had a great time. Hope she comes backpacking again. I didn't ruin her. And we'll talk to you more in the morning. Good night, everybody. All right, everybody. Our trip is nearly done. It is morning of day 3. We are tired, and I froze my butt off last night, as did Erin, ironically enough. We backpacked 2 nights ago and both stayed warm at about the same temps, but we froze our butts off last night, so it was kind of miserable. But it's a beautiful sunny morning here this morning. Erin, how would you rate your first backpacking trip?
Good.
Good.
It was great.
So we did have a really great time. It was awesome to hang out with Erin. Thanks for coming, B. And let's sign off. Be yourself. Be happy. Thanks as always for joining us at Backpacking with Buckley. Have yourselves a great day.
I'm going to the country, don't you wanna go? I'm I'm gone to the country. Don't you wanna go to the same old place that you never